Let's do this.
The topics that people are talking about, we're talking about. Mike Jerrick, Mike Greenidge, Bill Anderson, two Mikes and a Bill. And play the intro music.
Hey.
I missed you guys, man. It feels like we haven't been together, all of us, in a minute.
You know, it has been about a month.
It's been a minute. Yeah, one or the other has been out for a while.
It's nice to have special guests in, though.
I've been here every day, just
Really?
for the record. Yeah.
You're
The rest of you
dedicated.
guys don't show up to work. What am I supposed to do?
Hey, we got
But it is nice to have a special guest.
Yeah.
every
We
now.
burning vacation days, man.
You know what I mean?
Do what we got to do. All right, fellas, we're going to jump right back into it. By the way,
Might as
somebody
well.
talked to me about when we're going to have merch.
We'll work on that.
Start working on the two Mikes and a
Gotta get
Bill
some Two Mics and a Bill
merchandise.
merch.
Get a cool logo.
Like somebody
or
wants to
something.
walk around with that logo on their shirt.
Well, we don't necessarily need our faces on
No.
but you could like come up with some sort of a cool logo.
Someone's clamoring for this?
Yes, the people.
The people
have
said
spoken.
Two Mics and a Bill.
The people.
All right.
Have
Gotta give the
spoken.
people what they want,
Give
man.
them what they want.
All right,
Dig it.
jumping right into it. Security Dom. All right. Eagles game, the butt whipping that we took against the 49ers.
Right.
And everybody's seen the footage by now. Security Dom's on the sideline. 49ers player body slams Devontae Smith. Security Dom just kind of, back up.
Yeah.
Does what security does.
Get off of him.
Guy flicks him in his face, gets ejected, but so does Security Dom.
Yeah.
And everybody's upset about it. The NFL is upset about it. The 49ers are upset about it. Did I miss something? What did he do that was so wrong?
I think they just wanted to make it equal. You got rid of one of the 49ers. We're going to get rid of somebody on this sideline. I don't think he's supposed to be doing that.
Doing
don't
what?
think, like,
He
Tom-
overstepped his bounds.
Like
I don't
what?
think he's supposed to be touching other players.
But
Is that
our
what
own
it was?
players. Because the 49ers player hit him. All Dom did was pull back Devontae Smith.
Well, now is Dom is
Security.
Eagle security.
Yes.
Head of Eagle security.
Right. So his job is to protect the
Eagles.
players and the Eagle staff, right?
Right.
When they're out in
When they're
public
right,
events.
that's what I was about to
Yeah.
say. It may not be his job
Not at
to
the
intervene on the field.
No.
So,
No.
but how many times have we seen? Is it just because he's not officially in that capacity? Because shouting matches happen all the time with people on the sidelines, as long as nobody puts their hands on somebody else.
Right.
And he didn't. The guy put their hands on him.
The thing that happened, it happened at his feet. Is another reason why it happened.
Right.
And I think he just instinctively, come
Went
on,
to
get
work.
off my guy.
Yeah.
And then the other guy, the 49er, he
But
almost gave him a bloody nose. He was glancing, but he was going for a punch.
But then I guess you could ask, we understand that's your job, but this is not your job here. You're not supposed to touch the other players. I mean, I don't know, but that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, I don't
is where he crossed the line, right?
Yeah.
So consequences justified
Oh, I think so.
to him.
Yeah.
So he was ejected. So the 49ers player was ejected. I'm not exactly sure the purpose of ejecting sideline security like that. I
Well,
don't know
you
what that
eject them so
necessarily did.
everybody else on the security team knows you don't put your hands
Yep.
on
That's
the
not your
players.
ballywick.
You're right. You've crossed the line when you touch the player. We understand it's your job
Yeah.
to secure the team. But this was an action that happened during the game. This wasn't an action that happened away from the game or
No.
right. This wasn't in the tunnel. This was on the field
And
of play.
you see this guy all the time. He's always by coach. Who walks him in and out of the locker room and all that. He goes to all the public events. I really like him. I've known him for years.
People love him. He got a
Great
standing up.
guy.
Right. You
Great
got
guy.
free Dom T-shirts out there.
We're
That's
trending.
right. That's right.
Like before the end of the day, I'm sitting there going, why didn't I think of that? Like before the end of the game, free Dom T-shirts.
It was
were
the most
trending.
exciting part of the second half.
That's the fact.
You know what I mean? I was texting everybody.
The saddest part of the game is that it was the most exciting
But-
part of the
That's
game.
sad.
But we got this week.
If I was the commissioner, I think I would suspend him a game.
But what does that
suspend Dom?
mean? You can't come on the
You
sideline?
can't go to the game.
Okay.
Right.
You violated the
you
rule.
You got to sit in the tunnel.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Sit in the tunnel.
So a non-player has to watch the game on TV.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Dom.
Right. And you getting paid.
Right. Welcome to my world, Dom.
All right,
Next
look.
time you won't take for granted your position in the world.
Punish me. Like, I'm all right with that. All right, let's take a break. Going to stay on the football theme for just a minute. There's a controversy after what happened at a Chiefs game, trying to figure out if it is in fact a real controversy or is it much ado about nothing. Talking about the Chiefs and not Taylor Swift. So
Get out of town.
Shocker.
Get out of town.
Something new going on. There was a controversy. So there was a 9-year-old at Chiefs game. There was a picture that showed up on a pretty well-known website that showed this 9-year-old in Native American headdress and what appeared to be blackface. We now find out that this particular publication only showed half of the 9-year-old's face. His family says intentionally, because the other half of his face was painted red, and he had on Chiefs red and the black, and was trying to do, like, you've seen the Eagles guy with the face painted. They say that he was just doing that. He also was wearing the headdress, but we now find out that the 9-year-old is in fact Native American, and his grandfather is part of the tribal elders in that area.
So
they said,
then it would be okay. Isn't it funny how we jump to conclusions before we know
like,
the real story?
Did they even so the picture came out showing him in both
came out
sides of
with
his
a
face.
whole rant.
Right, and with the both
first
sides
one
of his
that
face.
came
I've
out.
seen the first one.
Yeah.
I didn't see the second one. The
second one came out multiple angles. The kid's face was painted, split red and black.
But then before I knew all the backstory, I go, well, red is just as bad as black, isn't it?
Right.
Well,
Because
Native American.
Right.
But is it if your team colors are red? Like that's
Well, their colors are gold and red. I don't know why
I
you
don't
chose
know where the
black.
black came from. Right. And then my question is
Accents.
even when you're putting it on,
where your
in
parents.
today's world, right? Why aren't your parents? Is someone in the room should have been like, I don't know about going with the black, son. Like, if you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So here's the
let's skip that just because it may offend
Make
someone.
it yellow. Make it yellow.
Right.
Okay, so and yellow is offensive to some too.
Right. How about you just show up and be who you are, son?
And that becomes the question. So let's put it in context. Let's say it was the Raiders, right? The Raiders' colors are black and silver.
Right.
So if you wear half black, half silver, is that blackface or is that a reflection of the team's colors?
Now, I have seen people dress up in silver and
yes,
black.
I've seen the silver and black.
But I don't go to blackface with that for some reason.
Right. And I think
Team
it was just the
colors.
way that particular image was presented to us. I don't think we'd be having this conversation if
No.
we
And it was presented with a whole rant.
Right.
And it was presented with a whole rant. They
Right.
talked about we've now found a way for children to
Right.
be racist towards Native Americans and African Americans. They went on this whole
Now,
rant. So now the family is suing this publication.
I do ask the question though, right? Like, and I get that he's Native American, but is it okay for you to wear the headdress? Are you wearing it because you're representing the Chiefs team, or are you wearing it because you're Native American? Right? So what if a white person would have walked in with the headdress on
to support the Chiefs?
and say, I'm here to support the Chiefs, right?
That didn't fly.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking that question, right?
So it's exhausting.
Because it
Like,
is.
I
It
understand the concept of being sensitive. Obviously, I understand the concept of being sensitive to racial concerns. But the team, they are in fact the Chiefs.
Right, I get it.
And is that wrong?
And is that wrong, right? We've had the whole backlash
Redskins.
against Washington, right?
Right.
Is it? So you know what I'm saying? Is if everybody in the stadium walks in with a headdress on, except for the Native American kid, is that a
my
problem?
God.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Cleveland Indians,
Right, is that a
Milwaukee, or
problem?
the Atlanta Braves.
Like it's you got to pick a lane. We can't. You know what I'm saying? Like you're
Family
gonna be
is
offended
saying-
by it, or you're not gonna be offended by it.
Kids getting all sorts of negative comments. People were coming at him. The family has not officially sued yet, but they say that they want a retraction. They want an apology.
From
and
the
they are going
website.
From the site, yes. Are they going forward with this lawsuit? Should they?
It's America. Why not?
Yeah.
Get a check.
I want to ask people, this one we
Get a
need
check,
some
get a
social
check.
media input.
Yes.
So tell us what you think about this one. You can hit us all up on social media. We want to hear your thoughts on this. Legitimate case, gone too far, or is this just one of those things where you're just like,
Can we do a subject that's a little more benign?
you want to chill?
Right.
Yeah.
Something where we don't offend anybody.
Do you like Disneyland?
Nick Cannon
I had
does.
that on my list.
Let's
I had
talk
that on my
about that. We're coming right back. Let's talk Nick Cannon and Disneyland.
And his
on
cannon.
2 mics and a bill. Oh my God. we are back. So, smooth segue into casual conversation, right?
Okay.
Can we talk about Disneyland? Did you set that up?
I did.
It was on
No,
purpose?
that was off the top of my head. I completely forgot about Nick Cannon.
That was on purpose. So, Nick Cannon comes out, and I guess he's getting a little bit of controversy or criticism.
What is it? I don't know if it's controversy or criticism or just acknowledging that Disney's very expensive and you got a lot of kids.
Nick Cannon said that he spends $200,000 a year at Disney World.
Holy Lord.
Disney World, one of the
Pick one.
Disney
Pick
places.
one.
So he has what,
He's got
12
kids.
12
So
children.
divide that. What's that like? It's like a little. It's like $1,800 a kid.
It's a bargain.
That's about right.
No. $18,000 a kid.
Oh no, then that's a lot of money.
Dang, what are they eating? How many churros can you eat?
That's a lot of money.
That's
So you got
expensive.
12 kids, $200,000 a year, and some of them are pretty young. Like it's not like the baby's doing anything.
And I bet they're taking other kids that
And
aren't his. Like
you
groups.
gotta always one up the last kid, right? Nick got like 6 babies' mothers, right? So I can't take this kid and not show this kid as good of a time as I showed this kid. Because-
And maybe not take them together. You're right. These could
Right,
be separate
like this,
trips.
I gotta do separate trips. I got like, there's a lot of work to having that many kids and that many baby
You
mothers.
ever been to Disneyland?
I have
At
been.
Disney World?
It's very expensive.
Very
man.
expensive.
But it's not $20,000.
No.
A
It
could
season
be.
pass.
Well, think about it.
Can't you get like a season pass?
Well, first of all,
yeah,
you're
several
Nick Cannon,
hundred?
right? So you gotta
probably free.
You got right. He's probably going for free, right?
Right.
But you gotta overdo it. Like Nick ain't going to Disney on a budget, right? He's not.
Do you think this is hotels
This
and
is
everything
hotel-
else?
Name it.
right. This is everything. This is not saying no to one thing this kid is asking for.
And taking 10 extra
And
kids.
overdoing it. Yeah. I mean, an average family could go to Disney and spend 10, 12 grand, 15 grand. That's a family of 4. Easy.
You know what he could be doing too? Maybe renting out whole sections. So he doesn't have to stand in lines.
The
and
wait in
stuff.
line. I mean, he's definitely paying for the line
he's
pass,
definitely buying the
but
cut
he
the
may
line
have the whole
pass.
plate.
It's like right, and so I could see with 12 kids how it could cost you 200 grand to go to Disney for the year.
I mean, isn't Nick a billionaire?
Oh, well, is he?
I mean, it's certainly he's not hurting for the 200
No.
grand.
He's got all those shows. Do you know people that go to Disney World and Disneyland as an adult without their children?
I
do.
don't know them.
I actually do. Great friend
But
of
I know about
yeah.
these people. I don't know them.
Multiple times a year, goes and does the Disney
Yes.
runs, goes and
not
does
my vibe,
everything,
man.
stays for the weekend,
Not my
and
vibe.
comes
That's
on
my
back.
vibe. Like if I'm going to hang out as an adult, I want to do adult things.
Yes.
And Disney does not hit my list as an adult hangout.
Not ride the teacups.
No, I'm
love
gonna
it. No.
pass on that.
People
Like,
love it.
I had to always force myself to take my children to Disneyland and Disney World.
dude, they lost
It's
me when they
too
asked for my
much.
fingerprint.
Right.
When I had to attach my fingerprint to my entry card, I was like, oh, I don't ever
When
need
you
to see this
schedule,
place again.
you want to
man.
go on a ride and they give you a little card that says "Come back
Right.
in 2.5
Right.
hours."
Thanks
Yeah,
but no
oh,
thanks,
no.
man. Thanks but no thanks, man.
That's a
like
pass for
I'm
me.
so happy my kids got old enough to do that without me, man.
All right, coming back. It wouldn't be our show if we didn't talk about something that got us into some sort of trouble. Probably you.
Okay.
We're going to talk about Kristen Cavallari. What is she? Influencer, reality TV
She
star.
was a reality TV star 20 years ago.
Okay.
She's still making news though for
Yeah, and then
interesting things.
She went from one reality show to the next, to the next, to the next.
and she married a professional football player.
Exactly.
And that fizzled.
It fizzled.
Well, she's back in the news. We'll be back. And we're back. No surprise to anybody that you brought up this topic.
Oh, Kristen Cavallari?
Yes.
I've been watching her for years and years. I used to watch that Laguna Beach show. That's where she
Okay.
got her
Okay.
first start and fame. Then she went to the Hills, the Hollywood Hills.
Mm-hmm.
And then she had a reality show with Jay Cutler, the Chicago Bears quarterback,
Right.
about their lives and their children and stuff like that.
Yeah, so she's
Now
one of
they're
those famous
divorced.
for being famous people.
It's
Famous
probably no
for being
secret
famous.
I've never seen any of these shows.
Yeah, no.
Nah,
You might
not
recognize her. You see the picture. We put the picture up on screen. Anyway,
She has a clothing line, too.
so she was being interviewed. You know a lot about
her,
Kristen
man.
Cavallari.
I did a deep dive.
Okay, so what Kristen Cavallari was talking about how to keep husbands happy,
Yes.
and said,
Well, she said that for years and years she advised her friends and younger women to wait to have sex with their
Potential mates.
Potential mates.
Yes.
Right.
Wait.
Right.
And now she just changed her mind completely. and said,
Completely.
just first
Let
date.
it go. Give it up.
Go.
She said, whenever someone you're with wants it,
Go ahead.
you are supposed to
She
go
also
ahead.
said when you feel like it too.
Well, yeah, I think that's
Right. She
more
didn't
the
say
point.
whenever,
Yeah, right.
whenever someone
Right.
else wants. She said when you feel it's right, then you let it happen.
And if it's in the first couple of
And if
hours,
it's-
go
do
for it.
Do you have a great time?
But there was a quote that you should try to whenever that person is interested.
Right, but I mean, I think that's once y'all are in a relationship.
yeah.
I don't think it's like some dude you just met and he's like, yo, I want it. And you like,
Here we go.
let's go, party is on.
No, you still have to
So
get your
she turned
permission.
full circle.
Right,
She
right,
turned
right.
180 degrees.
Yeah. Okay, I'll sound old.
Okay.
Go.
It makes me uncomfortable if
Doing it or saying it?
saying it, I guess, because she does influence young women.
Yes.
They look up to her. And so I don't know, I feel a little uncomfortable about her saying that in front of these impressionable young ladies.
It makes me uncomfortable because I have daughters, first of all.
Me too.
Right?
Right.
Second of all, but I am current and aware enough that, listen, man, parties happen, man. One night stands happen. People get engaged. People get involved. You know what I'm saying? And if it was a dude who was saying it, we would have less of a problem with it, right?
Probably.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, look, man, it's a different world. Ladies, look, if you're in it and you want to do it and you want to party, go ahead, live your life.
I
man.
agree with that.
It's not going to make a difference
Yeah.
But
as
would we
to
have a
whether or
different
not.
feeling if guys said it? So, and I think that the men
If
were
a
talking
guy
about
said,
just
if a guy
do
said,
you.
"Hey, give it up to these women whenever they want it,"
yes.
you got a problem with
So
that?
no, I don't necessarily have a problem with it, but I don't necessarily have a problem with her feeling that way. I think that the issue is not that she feels it or that she acts on it. It's that she felt the need to say it, and that's the thing that both of you are saying. If you want to live your life that way, that's cool. Why is that advice that
I
you're
think
passing
it's-
on to other people?
I think it's okay to say it because I think we have created, society-wise, have created this world where women, you know, we put them on a pedestal. Like, you're supposed to save yourself, don't give yourself away, da-da-da-da-da. And so now they're living in this cocoon and where they can't enjoy life sometimes. And what she's saying is like, look, man, if you want to go ahead and break out and have a good time, you go ahead and have a good time, and you don't worry about how these
I
people
think that's what
judge
she's
you.
saying.
Right. You don't worry about how these
Yeah.
people judge you. Live your life, have a good time, because if this is going to be what makes or breaks the relationship, oh well, right?
He just found a way to make it sound really empowering. didn't he?
Because
Well, I think it is empowering in a way.
right.
And I don't know that this generation, again, I'm going to be old, I don't know that this generation needs much encouragement from Kristen Cavallari.
Facts. They probably
or
didn't
anybody
even
else.
matter, right? She's probably late to the game with that quote.
Yeah.
Right. She's probably late to the game.
We're good. So you guys are solid with this.
I'm okay. I'm okay with it.
We're going to take a break. All right, that was fun. It was cool having the fellas back
Nice to have
together.
the team back together, man.
It's
You
good
know
stuff.
what I
How
mean?
long is that going to last? Like, we got vacations and stuff coming up.
I'm not here next week.
Right. Where you going? You going away?
I'm
Anything
going
fun?
to New Mexico.
Nice.
A mini family reunion. I'm a big fan of New Mexico.
I'm
By
coming
the way.
back in time enough for the show.
Oh, you are? Because you're.
Yeah, I'll be back on
committed.
Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm technically off too, but we'll figure it out.
Well, I'll be here by myself. I'm
No,
not going to extend
I'm gonna come in. I got you.
Extend it.
I got you. You bet. Thank you.